Hi, I'm rukristin, feminist scrapbooker, and today I'm here to share with you a walkthrough of my 2015 December Daily base album. December Daily is a scrapbook album tradition imagined and realized by scrapbook goddess Allie Edwards. I've been putting together my December Daily in various forms for the last 10 years, and one of the most important things I've learned for myself is that preparation and organization are key to completing this project successfully. This video will walk through the base pages in my album, which I've prepared in advance of December in order to maximize the efficiency of the small amount of memory keeping time I have during the craziness of the holiday season. If you have any questions about this album, the supplies I use, or techniques that I don't cover in this video, please find me on Instagram at rukristin or send me an email at rukristin@rukristin.com. My album for this project is a white 6x8 album that I picked up at allieedwards.com. I have a plan for the inside cover. I'm thinking embossing, but I'll get to that at some point. The inside, I used a Heidi Swap Puffy Silver Memories sticker. And for my first inside page, I used an overlay. I've gotten into the habit of using overlays on my first pages for the last few years. I really like the idea of opening up an album and seeing through to the next page. One of my favorite parts of this album is the tactile feel of all the different materials and the interactive elements that I've inserted throughout the month. As I flip over the overlay, my first real page is this 6x8 sheet of paper decorated with an ornament from the Ashley G mini kit, also available at allieedwards.com. I stamped 2015 this year with one of my oversized date stamps available at the rukristin shop, and then added the December Daily rubber element at the bottom with some red liner super strong adhesive. December 1st. One of my other favorite parts about the December Daily project is using different numbers and different numbering systems throughout the album. Since this is a daily project, I will be trying to focus on a daily story every day, and I've created pages so that I can succeed in doing just that. I have a remember this rubber embellishment at the bottom, and then in the middle of my December 1st page, I created a 6x8 insert saying, remember December stories, and on the back, I will write my intentions for this month in the journaling space. On the other side, I have room for a 3x4 photo and some journaling here of things that I'm looking forward to in the month. One of the things that I've done this year that I haven't done in the past is that I've gone through and tagged each page with a post-it note with the type of photo that I want to take for the day. I've also put that information into my planner so that when I wake up each day and look at my planner, I'll know exactly what photo that I need to take for the day in order to complete my spread. This is an album about telling stories, not about creating the most beautiful scrapbook that you've ever created. But it's nice to have something that looks pretty, so I've gone ahead and created all of my pages in advance so that I only need to worry about the stories and the journaling when each day comes up. Makes it much easier to complete this project successfully. Here is my page 2 spread. I have a big 2 over here on top of a 3x4 journaling card. I decorated that journaling card myself. I picked a blank white journaling card and used a mask and some heavy-bodied acrylic paint, and those stars are pretty awesome. I think they're one of my favorite things. I've used that same star mask throughout the album to create a star theme and bring some of the pages together. I have room over here for a 4x6 or smaller photo, and my thinking behind this is that if I have a 4x6 photo that's big and looks awesome, great. If I have a photo that's not so great or looks better vertical or square, then I'll just stick the photo over here, add some journaling or a small title, and that will be that. Onto my page 3. My 3 up there is from the IKEA numbers tags set. They come in pink and white and craft, and IKEA has some really great paper products right now. Over on the right side over here, I have a Count My Blessings journaling card, which I picked up in the Jasmine Jones mini kit. I split a bunch of the December Daily mini kits with a bunch of friends so that we could each have a variety of the things in the kit and we didn't have to go ahead and buy every single kit just to get a couple of pieces. One of my favorite things on this page, and actually probably in this entire album, are these silver glitter stars that were in the main alley kit. I have attached them here on day 3, and then on day 4, I attached the same size stickers in the same places so that you don't see the craft backing sticker, and it just looks like they're floating there. On day 4, I have a red 4 with 4 star stickers. There are a lot of stars in my album. I don't know if I did that on purpose. I think I'm naturally drawn to a lot of stars during the holiday season. It's such a great motif to stick with, especially if you are in a multi-faith family, or a no-faith family, or a one-faith family. However you choose to celebrate the holidays, stars are a great way to celebrate. Over here I have room for a 3x4 photo on day 4. And over here on day 5, I have room for one photo any size, 2x2 to 4x4. If I want to cover up my whole space with a 4x4 photo, if I have a great photo, awesome, I can do some journaling right on the photo. If not, I'll get a smaller photo. Today, I can and I will. Today is from an Amy Tangerine thickers set, and the I Can and I Will is from Allie Edwards' Cheer Story Kit that came out this past month. Let's flip over to page 6. On page 6, I have room for a 3x3 photo up top and some journaling here on the bottom. I have a small insert here between pages 6 and 7. I will be putting my photo for page 7, day 7, here on the back of that insert, and I wrote a note to myself, vertical photo, less than 3 inches wide. So, as long as my photo fits here on the back of this insert, it can be a 2x3 photo, it can be a 3x3 photo, it can be a 6x3 photo, it'll fit here. And then on this side, I have a 7 Swans A-Swimming and ledger cards from the Kelly Perky mini kit, along with the big 7 on the bottom. These coasters are letterpress. They feel awesome, and they were in a Allie Edwards kit several years ago, and I've been hoarding them ever since. I have 2 left, and hopefully they will hang out and remain in my stash so that I can use them over the next couple of years in my December daily albums. On to page 8. Page 8 is a full spread, 2 pages. I will also be adding my 30 days of lists, December lists, into my December daily album when I don't really have a story, or when I'm having like an off day, or when I just want to add a little bit more flair about what my life is like right now. So this page is a great way to add some lists into my album. I do have space for a 3x4 photo. You can see that's the back of the 7 Swans A-Swimming card. And over here on the left, the date card was stamped using my rukristin Basics Alpha set. As we flip over to page 9, you'll see that I don't really have that much room for a photo. I can stick a small square photo down here. This was part of my preparation. I have 2 doctor's appointments on the 9th, so I know that I'm not going to be like snapping photos all day of my awesome time in waiting rooms. So I've set up myself to just have a currently card so I can talk about things going on right now, have some journaling space, and otherwise have a 6x8 page that kind of just says, hey, this is winter, this is awesome, let's go. As we flip over to page 10, it is a little bit more decorated. We're having a holiday party at home on the 10th, and so I gave the left side, my title page, a big, bold title with 10 written out in gold letters. And then over on the right side, I'm really bad with right and left, I added Marion Bright in pink stamps and colored in Fa and La over here to give it a cohesive feel. Because we're going to be having a party, I know that if I don't take pictures, someone else will take pictures, and I can definitely grab them from someone else if I need to, and put in 2 3x4 photos here. If I wind up having a ton of great photos, I can always add in an insert or stick them inside my pockets if I need to. There's always room to add more. As we flip over to day 11, I added the Let's Stay Home journaling card up top because as an introvert, I know that I'm going to need some downtime after having a holiday party. And home is exactly where I want to be. I have room for 2 more 3x4 photos. If I don't take two 3x4 photos, then I can add in another journaling card, I can add in some patterned paper, I can add in whatever fits. But right now, space has room for 2 3x4 photos and looks pretty awesome, just like this. I have a currently journaling card down here again. I really like inserting them anywhere that I'm feeling I might not have a great story for the day, or I might not be sure what's going on, because I can always talk about what I'm watching, what I'm reading, what I'm listening, making, feeling, planning, and loving. And if those don't work for me, then I can cross one out, I can highlight one, and I can journal about something specifically. The page on the right is another 6x8 page. I used another one of these Ali Edwards tags from the Ali Edwards Main December Daily Kit and stuck it in a vellum envelope, which I attached to this great triangle geometric paper from the Kelly Perky mini kit. And as we flip over to page 12, you'll see on the back here I have a full page journaling page. These are a few of my favorite things, along with a big gold 12 tag. Don't get stuck. And another 6x8 page here. I have a mixture of pages inside page protectors, pages outside page protectors, because I really like that different tactile feel of the different materials. On page 12, I have room for 1 large photo, a 6x4 photo, a 4x6 photo, here, that way, however I want to do it. If I have more photos for the day, great. If I don't, this works perfectly. Keeping this album simple is my favorite way to make sure that I am successful at completing this album. On to page 13. This is one of my favorite spreads. Over here I have this cool sweater cable knit paper on the left, room for a photo. My number for the day is this tag. I have sun on here because it's a Sunday. And because it's a Sunday, I made a special page for football. This is a 3x4 page protector, so it has 12 little holes, all 2x2. In the second row, I put NFL, and my goal for this week 14 of the NFL season, is to document the score of each NFL game. So the Giants game will go here, and all of the rest of the games will fill out in here. Football is a big deal in our house, so this is a great way to document those lazy Sundays on the couch where we're just hanging out watching the games all day. Page 14 is also very simple. I have rub-ons on a little label here, which I haven't stuck down yet, which I can stick down as I'm working on it. My note here says 3x3 square photo, so I'm right now imagining a photo is going to go here, my lumber is going to go here, maybe I do some journaling. Very basic page for day 14. On to day 15, a lot of the same. I have room for a 3x3 photo down here. Maybe we'll do some journaling, maybe we'll do a little title. I can also do some journaling in these white spots of ornaments. My number for the day is a wood veneer 15. And as we flip over through to page 16, I have this overlay with another rubber embellishment on the middle, which I've been attaching with super strong red liner tape, which means they won't ever come off. And on to page 16, which is a craft envelope with another Ali tag on the front. On the back, my note has room for 2x2 photos, which I can put here, or I can stick inside. I can add journaling in there, I can add memorabilia in there. I can create a miniature scrapbook page and stick it right in the envelope. Envelopes are one of my favorite ways to add extra room into your album for all the little bits and pieces. Moving on to day 17, another 6x8 page with 17 here at the bottom. I have a note for a 3x5 photo, which is probably going to go here. I can do some journaling down here. Very simple. I've created an insert with some heavy vellum embossed with gold dots. I added some washi tape on the side here and on the back to give it a little bit of interest and reinforcement. And my photos for day 18 are going to go in these 4 boxes. I left a little bit of room for journaling, but I'd really like to have 4 2x2 photos. On the back of these, I have more stars. Like I told you earlier, I used the mask from the Ali Edwards main kit and some heavy-bodied acrylic paint to add these stars to some star pattern paper, reinforcing the star motif. To create the number for day 18, I used one of the white wooden tree veneers that came in the Ali Edwards main kit, and I bore a hole in the middle, added a pink brad, and put 1/8 number stickers right on the top. As I flip over to page 19, I have another full 2-page spread. The 19 over here is big and bold in red letters with glitter stickers. And I have room for one large vertical photo over here on the 19th. I'm imagining it to go something like this. Again, very simple, very easy. Let's flip over to day 20. Another big sheet of paper over here. I can journal on the tree if I want. I can add a photo over there if I really want to, but I've been really into envelopes, and here's another envelope for day 20. Again, tag with the base of this is a 4x6 journaling card from A Beautiful Mess, and on the back it is a envelope that I got a couple years ago that says smile on it. Again, I can add a miniature scrapbook page, I can add a photo, I can add a Christmas card that I may have gotten, or a business card, or a menu, anything that we got while out on our adventures can go into that envelope. My photo for the 20th day will go into this 3x8 vertical spot. I haven't yet decided if I'm going to be printing my photos at home, which is probably what I'm going to do for most of them, or sending them out to be printed. I use a Canon selfie printer, so that only prints up to 4x6. So when I have a page like this with a 3x8 vertical photo, I can either send it out to a local printer or send it out to a mail order printer and get the 3x8 vertical photo. If I'm not feeling it, maybe I just want to do a 3x6 photo, and I'll just back it with some patterned paper. As I flip over to the back of this, I have some grids and some room for what happened today journaling with AM and PM stickers. Over here we have a Let's Stay Home full page, and I really like using the full page papers in this album as filler, because this is about the holiday season. This is about what December feels like to me. This is about my stories. And if I have a really cool story from this day and I have a lot of words that I want to say, or I want to add some lists or anything that I'm feeling, I have plenty of room to journal all around here. Otherwise, it just looks really great the way it is. On to day 21, the first day of winter. I have tree paper over here on the side for a landscape photo. I'm imagining myself taking a picture of the front yard or the backyard, really documenting what the first day of winter looks like here in Michigan. My number for the day is this tag, which I added some gold glitter tape to the bottom, and some journaling lines on the back, as well as a note to winter, Dear Winter. And on the bottom, I have some more stars and this plastic cheer embellishment, which the cheer embellishment is on top of, if you can see it, on top of the page protectors, and the stars are inside the page protector, which I fused using the We Are Memory Keepers fuse tool, which will be in the Are You Kristen shop in a couple of weeks. And on the back of this, I also used the fuse tool to fuse along where the plastic piece is, so that none of the confetti stars get up above and behind this cheer. On to page 22. On day 22, I know we're going to be in Chicago. We're driving to Chicago that day to pick up my sister for her birthday and take her out to dinner. I have room for a 3x4 photo here, and I have room for a photo here. I have room for journaling here. We have plans to go out to dinner, but I know that when I get with my sister, sometimes I don't take as many photos as I want to. Sometimes I just get caught up in hanging out with her. And so whatever happens, I know that I'll be able to document the story, even if I just write, we went to Chicago and hung out with Lauren that day. So on to the 23rd, a bit of the same. A full page over here where I can journal if I need to, add a photo if I need to, and a spot over here for a 3x4 or smaller photo. I know we're going to be driving back from Chicago to Michigan on the 23rd, so I don't know if we're going to have a cool story. I don't know if there's going to be anything really going on. So I added a currently card so that I can think about what my life is like on the 23rd in terms of these. I like adding them throughout the album as a way to see what I'm watching, what I'm reading, and how that changes throughout the month. Some of it will change, some of it will stay the same. On to Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve, I have room for 2 3x4 photos up here. I can use smaller photos, I can use whatever works. I added a little insert in the middle, another 3x8 insert. So if I have photos, I can add them. If I have journaling, I can add them. And I have another big space here. One of our traditions is to open a board game on Christmas Eve, right before we go, as the last thing we do before we go to sleep, and play that board game. So that's a story that I definitely want to document here on this page. Whether I use one big photo, I'm not sure yet. We'll see how it goes, but that's something that I know that I want to document. And on to Christmas Day. I have a big title page over here with 25 right next to the red Love Christmas. I added some gold washi tape to make it a little bit sparkly. And then I have an insert here. It's empty right now, but I have room for 1 to 16 photos. These will be photos of presents. These will be photos of the tree. These will just be random photos that we take throughout Christmas. And like I said, sometimes I don't take as many photos as I want. So if I wind up with only 2 or 3 photos, I'll fill in the rest with patterned paper. If I take a bunch of photos, then I'll throw them all in here. There's room for 8 on the front and 8 on the back. I also have room for journaling here with 2 4x6 journaling cards. On to the 26th. I imagine that we are going to have a huge gift and present hangover, and that we're just going to kind of want to chill on the 26th. So I left some room for journaling up here and a 3x3 photo down here. On the 27th, I have this red tag with the numbers 2 and 7. I can add some journaling on here if I want to. And my page for the day is this gold striped overlay. I have room for a big vertical photo, 2 square photos, however I want to do it. As we flip through onto page 28, I have room for a 3x5 horizontal photo down here, and this is another one of those envelopes. So whatever we do that day, if we got any Christmas cards, if we got any cool toys that we wound up playing with, that I really want to save the instructions for, there's a ton of room to add more stuff right here in this envelope that might not go with the aesthetic that you're going for in your album. Page 29 here has a cut down tag, another currently card, and room for a 3x4 photo. And the last 2 pages, the last 2 days, I have day 30 over here with an around the house journaling card. And if we don't happen to do things around the house, I can always swap that out. I have room for 1 3x4 photo down here. And for Christmas and for New Year's Eve, I have room for 1 2x2 photo up here, and however I want to leave it. Again, if I wind up taking a bunch of photos on New Year's Eve, I can add an insert, I can add some photos here, some photos here. I'm not super worried about taking more photos or not having enough room because you can always add to this album. I will eventually put some patterned paper on the back of that page, but this is the final page of my album and it is probably my favorite. It is a chipboard calendar page, which I got from Studio Calico several years ago. I have maybe 2 left, and they have become a staple in my December daily albums over the years. I stamped using my 30 Days of Lists stamp set. Black numbers from 1 to 31, except for Christmas, that I stamped in neon pink ink. And the best part of this is on the back, there is a gold envelope bag. Yeah, treat bag, gold treat bag, with "'Tis the Season" embellishment in the middle, backed on some Joy paper with washi tape down the side. And anything else that I come across over the season that I want in this album that may not fit on a page, that may not fit aesthetically the way that I want to show off the different things throughout the month, can go right in here. And one of my favorite things to do when I go back and look at these albums is to pull all of the things out of my back pocket. Thank you so much for looking at my December Daily 2015 base album. I will be sharing completed pages throughout the month on Instagram, as well as my blog, and doing a video walkthrough when I've completed this album, hopefully at the end of the month or early January. Again, if you have any questions, you can find me on Instagram at rukristin, or send me an email, rukristin@rukristin.com. Thanks so much.